So now we have 3 weeks to prep possibly one of the biggest pop-ups of my life. And obviously I'm gonna bring you along with me. It is February 11th and I have just officially signed on to do this whole pop-up experience. I truly do not know how I end up in these situations. But I will say this is one of my favorite parts about living in LA is that there are always opportunities waiting, knocking at your door. You never know when it's gonna come. This event is literally in 3 weeks and I just signed on to it. I think I'm one of the last people to sign on to it. And the only reason I'm there is because I was actually invited as like an influencer, like as an attendee originally. And this was like maybe a month ago, like a while ago. And then last week I was reached out to by the person that invited me and was like, hey, would you be open to maybe like coming as like a brand? I'll set up a call between you and Cassandra, who's running the event, and you guys can just chat about it, like no pressure at all. So I was like, sure, I don't really know how that works, but like happy to like chat. I'm always open to talking and seeing how things could work. So we hopped on a call and basically they just had a couple of people drop last minute that had like family emergencies. So they were really looking for somebody to fill the spot, and it just felt really aligned to everything that I do and everything that I stand for, and it just felt so perfect that I was like, you know what, let's do it. So now we have 3 weeks to prep possibly one of the biggest pop-ups of my life, and obviously I'm gonna bring you along with me. Okay, it's the next day and I'm officially gonna start making stuff for this pop-up. So one of my main goals for just the entire year is to use up all the scraps that I already have, all the fabrics that I already have, because my fabric closet is overflowing. And I did a whole like fabric closet clean out last year and I cleared out a lot of fabrics, donated a lot, but I still have so many and I just truly need to sit and like look at them and start making stuff out of them. So that being said, our goal for this pop-up is to use mainly what we already have. I might get like zippers or extra little notions or things to maybe make things a little bit nicer, but for the most part I just want to use what we have. So I'm going to start today with this gold fabric. This was actually from also a custom order. It was for this Era store custom order, and I am notorious for buying extra yardage for my orders just because I'm always scared that I'm going to like mess up and want a little bit extra. So I always give myself a little bit more than I need, and I gave myself like a lot more than I needed. Like there is actually quite a lot in here. My initial thought is that I wanted to make the Sadie dress out of this. So that is this dress that's on my website. I feel like I will be able to. I need to like measure it properly, but I feel like there is enough in here to do that. But I think that could be like a fun little like party dress moment. I just need to make sure I have enough lining for it. But I think the lining might be in a different bin. So let me find that, and that'll be what we start with today.
Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
Okay, I've officially finished the dress. It is so cute. I love this. And I also pulled out this top. I made it like last week when I was just trying to make stuff out of my scraps, generally speaking, before I even signed on to this. But I think this is also gonna come with me to the pop-up because I'm trying to do some fun evening wear, more nighttime looks, because there's only a few fashion brands that are gonna be there. And I got signed on to be more of like the evening wear one. I know one of the brands like works with mostly linen, so it's more daytime stuff, and they really wanted a designer that did more nighttime and dresses and things that people could wear to these parties and whatnot. So I'm really going to try to use all of my sequin scraps and fabrics and just make more dresses and more dressed up pieces. These are obviously just like stretchy pieces, so they have a little bit of give, but I think for pieces that are more structured, I'm gonna try to just do corset backs for everything so that like sizing can be a little bit more adjustable, just because I really don't know like who's going to be there and what sizes would be best to make. So I don't want to just make like a lot of like 1 or 2 sizes and then realize everybody was like a different size. Like I just want to try to be as adjustable as I can with my sizing. I think that's always the difficult part about making one-of-a-kind pieces, is that you want to make sure that like it finds the right customer and the right sizes, but it's never a perfect plan. But I'm not entirely sure which piece I'm going to work on next. I'm going to dive through my fabric, see what I find, get inspired, and see where we go from there. Okay, I'm thinking because I already have like the gold fabric out and like all of that threaded for it, I might as well just try to use up the rest of this fabric somehow. I have like one last kind of chunk of it left, and it's enough to at least make one more thing out of, probably just like a little top. But I'm thinking I might as well just make this same top but in gold. It's basically just like cute little top with a keyhole here, because I want to have a range of stuff, some quote-unquote cheaper things, and then some more upscale pieces. But because I'm already working with this, I might as well just like finish it up, because my goal here is to use up all the fabrics that I have. So I might as well try to really like use it up to its fullest potential right now. Maybe I'll use the scraps for something later, but since I do still have this big chunk, I want to just go ahead and make the most of it. So I have a pattern here from that one already, so I'm just gonna do that, and yeah, hopefully get that done really quick, and then we'll move on to our next fabric and our next project. I don't know what it'll be, but I'm excited. I think this will be cute, and I feel like this could be just like a fun little going out top. You can style it very many different ways, and everything that doesn't sell here I am going to give to the pop-up that I'm doing at Century City Mall that's running for 6 months. So I feel good about just like making inventory, because usually when I do like a weekend pop-up or like a one-day pop-up, I hate making a bunch of inventory because I'm just like left with it, and then I have to like put it on my website. It's just like harder to sell because I'm usually made to order brand. So at least I know that this time around I have somewhere else to put it afterwards, which is kind of nice. Don't mind me filming this, obviously also short form. Gotta make the most of it, you know? I'm currently making everything in like a small. I think I'm going to start making some like mediums and larges next for some stuff. Again, it's always just really hard to tell what the audience is going to be, or like the age range, or like, I don't know, you just like never know. It's a tough one to figure out, but at least these I know are quite stretchy, so it makes it a little bit easier. Like I know it like has a couple of inches of give at least.
Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
Okay, I just finished up the top. I think it's so cute. So now I have both of these. I think they're so fun. What I'm thinking now that I'm like seeing everything put together, I have like very different kind of aesthetics for my brand, right? Like I have, you know, the fun, luxury, kind of nighttime looks, and then I have your more like daytime, spring, pink, floral looks. And what I think I'm gonna do is try to have like 2 separate racks. So one rack will be like the more daytime, light colored, fun things like that. And then the other rack will be like my sequin stuff, like all put together, and like black dresses, things like that. So I think I'm just gonna have kind of like 2 separate racks, because I think it's gonna throw people off if it's on the same rack, or it throws me off anyway, aesthetically speaking. So I think I'm gonna try to aim to have like 2 different racks of just like different vibes of things. So then I think for my 2 mannequins, one of them is gonna have the see-through dress that has like the pink flowers, and that's gonna be with like all of the daytime kind of stuff, just because it matches that color scheme. And then I'll probably put some sort of black dress on the other mannequin and have it with all of this stuff, so it kind of matches that vibe, and that way you kind of get like a whole sense of kind of like my brand and what I can do. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, gonna have lunch, and then I will get back to it in the afternoon. I don't know what fabric we're gonna get inspired by next or what we're gonna make, but hopefully something good. We're on a good roll today. All right, I am back, and I have looked through my fabric closet, and my next plan of action is I have a lot of this like chiffon fabric left over from the folklore dresses that I made. I think 2 orders of this, and I just feel like I could make something like fun with it, right? Like I just feel like this is just like cute and fun. My only thing is that I believe the chiffons I use for these fabrics are like the tiniest bit different color wise. Like this one I think is a little darker than this one, but I can't tell, and it's like rainy and dark out today, so I feel like I don't have like proper sunlight to check this in. But I'm like, is it enough that like people would notice that it's different, or is it one of those that like you literally cannot tell unless like I told you they are slightly different, like maybe literally 1 tiny tone off? I don't know, I can't tell. Maybe I'm just gonna go for it anyway. My thought was to make like a flowy dress that kind of has like big flowy sleeves, and then maybe do some fun like little ruffles coming down with the chiffon as well. Just something like really light and airy and like flowy and fun. I think I'm just gonna pattern it. Like I think it's quite literally gonna be kind of like a tent dress. Like I'm just gonna have like darts up here, and then the rest is just like A-lined, pretty basic dress. But then like the fun of it will be like all the chiffon bits that we do with it. That's my current thought process. But I just don't know if I have enough fabric for it. So worst comes to worst, maybe I just make it like a fun top, like a blouse.
Push back the serious feeling, the end's unknown. Show me where the ending goes.
Okay, so here's where we're at so far. I ended up making it a top because I have a lot of this under fabric for it, like the lining, but it's in weird shapes where none of it was wide enough to do like a full dress. So we ended up going with a top, which I think is gonna be really cute. So I have like the base of it done. Everything has like French seams, so everything's super clean finish. I do think I put in the lining backwards. Like I think usually you would have like the pretty side of the lining on the inside like this, but because I think I'm gonna keep the layers like separate and like free flowing, I think it would look prettier if I had the shiny side right up against the chiffon, especially on the back. I'm gonna leave it open and do like a little tie thing up here, but I think it would look prettier if it was this, like that, coming like peeping out of it a little bit. And that's what I meant to do, but I just like forgot when I was putting it together at the collar. So anyway, I need to fix that. But as far as the sleeves, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I recently made this top that has open sleeves like right here with like a little cuff. TBD if I want to do the cuff or if I just want to do like an open sleeve moment, but I'm gonna use that pattern, which is this one, to make it. Like I want it to still have that open bit. I'll probably do a cuff, but I don't know if I'll do like a proper cuff or if I want to do like a little like elastic cuff or like a tie that you like tie it to make it a cuff. I don't know. That bit I don't know, but I'm gonna just cut this out to start making it. But I think it's gonna be cute, but I also do need to fix the neckline because I messed up.
Hello, moon. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it took everything in me to finish this top because I just was having some issues with it and it's still not fully done. I just need to figure out what kind of closure I want to do on the back. I'm unsure if I want to do like button. I think I'm gonna do like a tie, like literally just make strings so it ties up here, but this is what it looks like. I guess it's hard to show not on a hanger. I could literally put it on myself. Hold on. Obviously keep in mind it does not have a back closure right now, and I have not properly like ironed it all out or anything. It looks like this. I really like these sleeves. I ended up doing like the cuffs instead of elastic just because I think it's cleaner and nicer, and I'm trying to make things as like clean and professional as possible. So everything's French seams. This will be like tied like up here so then it's still an open back in that sense, and I think that will also allow for a bit of like flexibility with like the sizing of it, because like I said, try to keep all of these items as flexible / adjustable sizing wise as I can, just because it's hard to make things to every single size, and obviously I will not be able to make things to every single size possible, but at least I can show like things that I can make and people can order like custom pieces on the spot as well or whatever. So that is that. I think that might be it for today. It's 4:30 p.m. and I literally have just been like at it. I'm going to run club tonight, so I just kind of want to get some computer work out of the way, emails and other things I have to get done, but I feel good about where we're starting, where we're headed. We got this little top done and the dress, so it's starting to slowly but surely come together. Okay, I took a few days off because I got sick and literally did not have a voice, and it's still not fully back, but I sound a lot better than I did yesterday. So today we're gonna make a new piece. I'm thinking of using this fabric, which again is also from my spring 2022 collection. It's the very last bits of it. Like I really don't have that much left, but I think this would be really cute for a corset. So I think I'm gonna use the top of my Lexi dress pattern and do like a sweetheart neckline corset top with this, and maybe add some sleeves or something else to it, so it's not just a plain corset. I also don't know if I mentioned this, but I've gotten like the mood board for the event aesthetic, and this very much matches it. They're having a lot of like pastels and spring and whatever, and I know the previous pieces I made are like more nighttime, but I do plan on having, you know, 2 separate racks of like more nighttime and more daytime, but this will definitely be my daytime rack, and I think it's gonna be really cute.
I should be the last to know.
Okay, I have the corset pretty much put together. I need to sew in the cups and like actually properly finish the sides and like all of that, and then decide what kind of extra additive I want to put on it. However, I broke a needle on my machine, realized I have no extra needles, and I'm so mad at myself because I literally placed an order with Wall Walk yesterday, which is like the sewing supply store that I always buy from. And I thought about adding needles into my order. And then I was like, no, like I think I have an extra pack. Like I don't need to add them right now. Like I'll add them later. Should have added them in because now I don't have any. And I just don't want to go out of my way to try to go buy some right now. So I think I'm just gonna cut some other things out and just like prep what I can. And I ordered a few more. So it'll be fine. But I'm just so annoyed. However, I do like where this is going and I think it's really cute. So I think I might cut out like one more in this fabric. I guess maybe I should figure out what additive I want to do. I'm trying to think if I should add like a little ruffle that goes into like a sleeve, or if I should just do like a fun little like flower moment here in the front, or like what I should do. The thing is, like, I'm always somebody that prefers simplicity. I like things that are kind of more simple that you can then style in a lot of different ways. But then sometimes I'm like, oh, it's so simple, I should make it more fun. And I'm always fighting myself between those two. But I think this is really cute as is. I just think that it'd be fun to add a little something. So I think I might just play around for a bit, see what I come up with, and then get back to you guys. But I'm gonna sew the cups in first, I think. Still waiting for my sewing machine needles to come in. Starting to get the tiniest bit anxious, but not in a debilitating way just yet. So that's a win. But I think this as a Lexi dress could be really cute. I actually realized today that I don't have as much time as I thought.